Christian leaders in Vietnam recently took the risky step of denouncing criminal proceedings against the pastor of an underground church. Boy Van Ba was placed under house arrest last August following a police raid on his home during a prayer meeting. It's estimated Vietnam has around 8 million Christians, many of whom worship unofficially and in secret. In this exclusive report, Susan Yu met some of Vietnam's underground faithful.
Christmas Mass at St. Joseph Cathedral in Hanoi. It's standing room only at this government-sanctioned church. There's no shortage of parishioners or daily services. And this, authorities maintain, is proof that Catholicism is publicly celebrated. But there's another side to this scenario that many say truly represents the state of Christianity in Vietnam. Outside Ho Chi Minh City, parishioners converge on a different kind of church. A late-night sermon is in full swing in an overcrowded soundproof office annex. The organizers of this underground church service allowed us to film their activities on the condition the location and identities of those involved would be concealed. The pastor heading this closet congregation used to work in a government-controlled church. He claims a conflict with authorities over a sermon led to his dismissal. Today, he's known as the founder of Vietnam's first underground church. His so-called inter-evangelistical movement boasts more than 2,000 clandestine houses of worship and more than 400,000 members throughout the country.
The government here, they said no, that we have freedom, but not to stop them.
The movement claims the government prohibits them from meeting publicly, other than at the official open churches. They also claim that since 1975, Hanoi has rejected all requests for new churches to be built, and they allege that police raids conducted by corrupt officers are common.
Sometimes they ask us to give them about $200 to fine them, to fine us. If the police fine us about $200.
They fine you $200
that we don't give them.
You don't give them the money. And then what do? They just leave.
And they ask our members come to the police station many times. And some members, they work in the government company, yes, and they stop them. No more work. And they ask the company to don't allow them to work in the company anymore.
Despite the possible repercussions, other Vietnamese Christians weren't afraid to talk to us openly. Reverend Pham Dinh Nhan is the head of the United Gospel Outreach Church in Vietnam, another covert evangelical group with 24 associations under its wings. Reverend Pham says he has nothing to fear anymore.
Because the situation until now still so bad. For example, in my case, since 1998, I was stopped in the airport. That time I intend to go to Singapore for just conference, but I was stopped in the airport. And a few months later that, I was stopped again and they took my passport. Until now I don't have my ID card and cannot get passport.
Reverend Pham comes from a Christian family with a painful past. His father was a man of the cloth who fell victim to Vietnam's post-war purge.
After the communists controlled the country in 1975, and after that, we gone through the time very bad situation, terrible situation. My father was in prison for 6 years, and many pastors from my father's fans was in prison. Yeah, and many church buildings was closed by the government. And they always say that the evangelical belong to American.
What do you think the government is afraid of?
They can see that the Christianity in Vietnam grows very fast. and because they cannot control the influence among the people.
Independent church groups say there are 8 million Christians in Vietnam, and that number has been growing by the tens of thousands every year. Many converts are from the ethnic minorities in the highlands. An estimated 250,000 ethnic Hmong are Christians, and twice as many ethnic Montagnards have embraced the Bible. These minority groups, though, are viewed with distrust by Hanoi because of their past support of American and French forces during the Indochina conflict.
In the Central Highlands, the Montagnards, who are largely Christian, there's been a repression against them.
What is the situation for your colleagues in the Central Highlands?
Very bad.
How do you know this?
Because we have a lot of church workers in the highland, and this time they cannot meet together on Sunday for the service. They always ask us to pray for them and to help them.
The international group Human Rights Watch says at least 60 ethnic minority Montagnard Christians in the Central Highlands were arrested in 2003, bringing the total number under police custody to 124.
Until now, maybe 100 of pastors and church workers in the highland in prison now.
It's hard to independently confirm this, since foreign journalists are banned from traveling to the Central Highland region. We requested an interview with a government spokesman to respond to these allegations of human rights abuses. Our request was denied on the grounds he was too busy to speak with us. These documents, though, allegedly smuggled out of the restricted area and given to us, appear to confirm what many have told us already, that there is an orchestrated state campaign against Christians. Exhibit A, an application for a marriage license, is officially rejected on the grounds that the bride-to-be must renounce her Christian faith before approval can be granted. Exhibit B, a man requests for copies of his family records. Officials say it's not possible unless he renounces his unauthorized church connections. Exhibit C, a student is expelled from university for possession and distributing religious materials and for coordinating an illegal gathering for worship. And Exhibit D, photos of the destruction of an underground church by local authorities after their activities were discovered by undercover police.
Almost every week, people make a call to me, report to me, Pastor, how you can help me? Because during their meeting they were stopped and some of them was arrested, even though some of them was kidnapped.
Despite the risks, parishioners like these in the highlands continue to worship illegally. But as one parishioner told us, the day may belong to the government, but the night belongs to us, when we can truly celebrate our faith freely.